Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the last chakra. I am so happy that we finally got to this place. If you have been watching all the other videos, I have been talking about each individual chakras, the red flags, and how you can balance them out. So I am super excited to be finishing this series with you, and I hope that you learned along the way. Before we get into the red flags of having an imbalanced crown chakra, you first need to understand what in the world is a chakra. I have talked about this in every video that I do, so by now everyone should be an expert. The word chakra comes from the Sanskrit word wheel or disc. The chakras came from the Vedas. The Vedas are one of the oldest religious texts, but the Vedas didn't really talk about the chakras as we know them today. They talked about life force energy and the energy channels that you have in your body. Later on the line, through the Upanishads, they were actually mentioning the chakras as in them today. The crown chakra is located on top of your head, okay? In the physical body, the crown chakra is responsible for your brain as well. In modern times, it is believed that your crown chakra is fully formed by the ages of 43 and 50. The element of the crown chakra is thought or consciousness because it reaches the highest state of awareness. It is responsible for your higher self, the source, the universe, and spirituality. The color for the crown chakra is white or purple. Here are the physical red flags of having an imbalanced crown chakra. The first one is dizziness. If you're constantly feeling dizzy, out of balance, and almost feel like you're spinning most of the time, that may be a red flag of an imbalanced crown chakra. But now I am assuming that you have watched my other videos in regards to the other chakras, and this is why I have started from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra, because by now you should know what it takes to get to this level. And then what happens is that once you are at this level, you start to feel the connection, and sometimes this connection can be too strong if you're not ready for it. The reason why you tend to feel dizzy or you feel like you're spinning, which is what usually happens to me, is because this is the way that things form in nature. It is a spiral. Some people may go forward, may go backwards, they start to spin. As someone like me, the first time that I have experienced this is when I was meditating. But what really got me started was the drums. The drums, I am very connected to drums. I am assuming because I was somehow related to them in my past lives, because I have always been connected to drums. And the first time it happened to me, I was just on the flow. I loved it, and I was just like, phew. But sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming because you're not used to this new energy. But sometimes your higher self, your spirit guides, the source, who you believe in, is trying to connect with you because you are finally at a level where they could do that. So sometimes they just want to get involved with your life. Sometimes they are trying to show you, and there's too much energy going around. So the next red flag is that you are constantly fatigued, you are always tired. And this happens a lot with people that cannot sleep, because what happens when you're sleeping is that you are finally at a vulnerable situation where your spirit guides can connect with you, where your higher self can connect with you, when the source, your guardian angel, wants to connect with you, because throughout the day you're so busy, you're working, you're cooking, you're driving, you have a lot of things going on that it is a huge distraction and they are not able to connect with you. So this is the perfect time for them to get connected with you and just help you. And then sometimes that causes us humans to wake up exhausted as if we never slept anywhere. So the only way that you can fix it is that learn how to ground yourself, learn how to protect yourself at night as well, even if it's from your own spirit guides, because you need to sleep. So what you can do before you go to bed, take a shower or just take a salt bath. If you do not have a bath, that's fine. What I usually do is that I put salt inside a cup and I just fill up the whole entire cup, and as soon as I'm done showering, I just pour the cup over me and I just imagine just my aura being cleaned out and going away with the water. Okay, something else that I have done too, I have created a protection spell to protect me while I sleep. It has helped me a lot, but always find a way to just sleep and rest. And unfortunately, it's not that it's bad or good, it's that unfortunately this is the only time that your mind is relaxed and it's not distracted, which is the perfect time for the spirits to get in contact with you. And this goes both ways, okay? You can attract bad spirits, you can attract good spirits. So it is always good to protect yourself and to set clear intentions before you go to bed. Another red flag of having an imbalanced crown chakra is that you are extremely sensitive to either sound or light. So this actually happened to me. I became extremely sensitive to light. I've always been very sensitive to light because of my migraines. Okay, so that is something that I have always struggled with. I'm actually very sensitive right now to the light on top of me, but I have to have a light so you can see my face, okay? But yes, if you have become extremely sensitive to light, to sound, maybe now you have to lower the volume, maybe now you cannot even sleep with the TV on. This is a red flag of having an imbalanced crown chakra, because once again, all that it is a way of connection. Your spirit guides can connect with you through music, through sounds, okay, to light. That's why lights flicker sometimes, right? When there's something happening that you know that, okay, nobody was here, that's why lights go up and down, because it is a way to connect with you. So you may become just sensitive to that. So once again, just make sure that you have boundaries in your home, wherever you are, where you can receive this information when you are available to receive it. At the end of the day, if there's something that you need to know and your spirit guides or your guardian angel or your higher self is trying to connect with you, please know that they're going to find a way to do it, okay? So might as well just set a specific time to connect with them. That can be just meditating, that can be just for 5 minutes in your home, but find a way. The perfect time to connect if you have a busy life is that while you shower, if you shower by yourself, just connect, okay? Just create a bubble of protection. As always, please always protection first, okay? And ask your spirit guides to walk into the light. You may not hear anything, you may not see anything, you may not feel anything, and it doesn't matter, but you providing that time that they need to connect with you is enough. The signs, the information that they are ready to exchange with you will come eventually, whether you see it or not from the beginning, okay? So this is another red flag of having an imbalanced crown chakra. And the last physical red flag is that you may have skin problems around the head area. It could be your scalp, it could be anywhere in the head, and that came out of nowhere, okay? This is not something that, oh yeah, well, I have always suffered from this. No, that's not what I mean. This is something that came out of nowhere that you don't understand. You'll be using the same shampoo, the same brush, and out of nowhere your skin just starts to react. This may be another sign that there's something there, there's a blockage. An emotional red flag can be having anxiety about life, because now you are questioning yourself whether or not life is worth it. And please let me answer that for you. Yes, it is. The only reason why you're feeling this way is because the lack of grounding. And this is why it is very important for each person to understand the energy centers. That's why I started from the bottom, so you can understand what it is to have a foundation around you, what it is to go outside and be with nature. Most of the time where people are getting stuck of this limbo of what's the point of being here, and it's very similar to the third eye because it is all connected, right? Being at this level is a blessing, because at this level you finally understand the purpose of life. You finally see the beauty in everything. You finally see the beauty even in obstacles, in the fear that you have every single day, in the struggle. Even if your crown chakra is imbalanced and you are feeling this way, just remember that you are in this position because you are now understanding what is going on, and it's okay to feel like you are in the limbo. It is okay to feel that you are in the void, as I would call it. You will get through it. At first it's very uncomfortable because nobody explains what is going on, because remember, it is all your perception of life. And this is the part that it really sucks and is lonely, because nobody can tell you what you're going through. So do not give up when you feel like this. It is all part of the process. I promise you that. I just want you to remember that you are worth it. You're here for a purpose. Even if it feels like you're going a bit crazy or the world doesn't understand you, that is okay. You need to understand yourself, and that's what matters. Okay, so stick to it, ground yourself. It is extremely important. Another red flag is that there is a lack of faith. Once you are this level, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because now you are in between of what you believe in, because it was taught to you by your parents, by your family, and this is all you know, to what you know now. And now you are in the middle of, oh my god, well, I just found all this information. What do I do now? What about everything that I have learned since I was a child? What about everything that they told me? Is that true? Was that all a lie? Well, if the religion that I was taught since I was a child is not really what I thought it was, what should I believe now? Nobody's here to tell you you should follow this religion. Nobody's here to tell you how to live your life spiritually. That is your own path and your own journey, and you shouldn't let anybody take you there, because you learned that along the way. So what do you do in this situation is that learn how to be open-minded. You need to understand the difference between religion and spirituality, and once you understand spirituality, you understand that there's something to learn about every religion, and there's actually a lot of things in common and a lot of the same story over and over again with different faces, different scenarios, but at the end of the day, there's a source, and everybody talks about that. Another red flag is that you have emotional numbness. You are constantly detaching your feelings from the situation, or not even considering your feelings or your friends' feelings, your partner's feelings, your family, because now you have this new way of thinking. And this is actually a big mistake, because when people have feelings and they're expressing themselves, it doesn't matter at the level that you are in the frequency. It is still feelings. It is still something that is happening to them. It is still affecting that person. So honor your feelings. Don't try to detach from them because of this new way of thinking of what you know. Yes, feelings is just something that happens in the physical body, because once you die, you're no longer in this world. That only happens in the physical body. So should you even consider your feelings? And this is just a thought process of many people, and yes, you should, because at the end of the day, feelings is what really drives your soul. Okay, feelings is what's going to take you to the next life if you believe in that. Feelings is what's going to take you to whether or not you should live a life with purpose. So honor those feelings. Don't try to block them. Don't try to ignore them just because it is a very human thing to do. I often see online a lot of spiritual gurus, and they almost make people feel that they are beneath them just because they're not awake and just because they're not spiritual, and that shouldn't be the case. Not everyone is born for this life. Not everyone is meant to reach this level, to be honest, and I know that that is very hard for people to swallow, because imagine a world where everyone was spiritual. Okay, so there has to be a balance for everything, including spirituality. So be open-minded, honor your feelings, honor that physical side of you, because at the end of the day, you're still human, darling. You're still here in this physical realm, so honor it. Here are the behavioral red flags of having an imbalanced crown chakra. The first one is that you are constantly overthinking. You are now thinking that everything must have a reason, everything must have an explanation, and then you are disregarding your intuition and spirituality. And this can become a problem for a lot of people who are very book smart, because they are always relying on information, they're always relying on science, they're always relying on some type of research done. And this is not a problem. This is very, very normal. Not everybody is open to just experiencing what is happening to them and just think, okay, this happened to me, it is what it is. A lot of people are always trying to figure it out why. And sometimes asking more questions can lead to more doubts, can lead to more worry, can lead to more problems, because not everything in spirituality will have an answer, and that's something that you have to live with. Spirituality, it is not the place to be questioning everything or to expect an answer for everything. Spirituality, it is a place where you have to sit with just not knowing. You have to sit in a situation where things may happen to you and there's no explanation for it, because you may not know at this time. You may find out when you're older, you may find out in another lifetime if you believe in that. You may not even find out ever, because that is part of the journey. Unfortunately, we live in a society that we have information for everything. We can get answers like this, but spirituality, it is not like that. So I encourage you to lower your expectations. I encourage you to live a life with the unknown. If you actually do it a lot, you will find peace with it. You will find peace, and you will focus on what you can control, and everything else, you just let it be. Another red flag is that you are overwhelmed by everyday tasks, because there is once again lack of grounding. Everyday tasks like cleaning, cooking, doing the laundry, taking kids to school or giving them a bath, or just doing the things that you need to do every single day to survive as a human being. And this is because there's lack of grounding. A lot of the imbalances that you have in your crown chakra, they really go back to your root chakra, because the crown chakra is the first spiritual chakra that is related to the physical world. There are other chakras above the crown chakra, but the crown chakra, it is the one that is related to the physical world, but it's the one that also connects us to the other realms, okay? But the root chakra grounds us to Mother Earth, grounds us and reminds us that at the end of the day, we have to do this life here. Give it a shot whenever you feel like, just lazy about it, because of course we all have our days. We are extremely tired of doing this every single day. But if it gets to the point where you cannot function in the physical world, where you have to get up, take a shower, do the things that you need to do, that's a problem. So go ahead and ground yourself. Let's talk about the mental red flags of having an imbalanced crown chakra. The first one is that you are becoming extremely forgetful. You're having issues with your memory. You're not remembering anything. You're like, wait, what is going on? And it is because right now you are working on another frequency. The crown chakra, at the end of the day, each chakra is different. Every energy channel, if you want to call it that, is different, and they all have a different demand. They all care about one particular thing. Yes, they all have to work together for you to live, for you to be able to survive. But the crown chakra is different because it wants you to evolve. It is very excited that you're here, because this is a time where it can finally show you what is this world about. Remember, not a lot of people get to this point. Crown chakra, that energy, it is very exciting. It is very exciting for your spirit guides. It is very exciting for your higher self. It is very exciting for your guardian angel, for the soul source, the God, the one that you believe in, because it can finally connect with you at that level. So what happens is that you tend to forget the basic things. Once again, like the other one, you tend to forget the things that matter in this realm, in the realm that you had to be physical and grounding, because you're not there anymore. So another way that you can take care of this problem is just write things down. The higher you go, it is way harder for you to go back and remember things. It is also way easier for yourself. It avoids procrastination, and I mean, this can go on and on for like another topic. But yes, make sure that you write things down. Make sure that you are grounding yourself, and I will keep saying it again because it is the most important thing to do. So the next one is lack of inspiration, and this does not happen very often, but when it does, it is because this lack of creativity in the crown chakra. The crown chakra, it is not about creativity. The crown chakra, it is about spirituality, is awareness, is consciousness. It is about connecting you to your higher self, connecting you to the source, connecting you to your spirit guides. The chakras that are related to creativity is your throat chakra and your sacral chakra. So what happens is that when you have an overactive crown chakra, you lose the creativity, you lose inspiration in this realm. So something that you can definitely do to get you pumped up is to try to work with the sacral chakra, because that's where it really starts, and then work your way up to the throat chakra. I will leave you the video that I created about the sacral chakra, so please refer to that so you can learn how to activate that chakra and what are the red flags. The reason why you tend to experience this is because you're not connecting to the other chakra. So maybe you're focusing too much on the crown chakra. All you're doing is spirituality. All your focus is about connecting with your spirit guides, connecting to the source, but also you need to remind yourself that you are a human being. Yes, you are a soul stuck in this body, but you need to experience that for you to live a life with purpose, for you to live a life with balance. So make sure that you are also working with the other chakras so you won't lose the creativity that you once had. The best part is here, and this is where you get to learn how to balance out your crown chakra. So the first one, as always, I will start with crystal. If you feel that there's lack of grounding, and I know that people will be like, wait, what? I always recommend a grounding stone for your crown chakra because it will balance out the energy. So a grounding stone, just in case you feel like there's a lack of grounding, you can use petrified wood. This is petrified wood right here. Let me introduce you to petrified wood, a crystal formed from ancient trees over millions of years. Known for its grounding and stabilizing properties, petrified wood connects you deeply with the earth, offering a source of security and calm. Perfect for those seeking balance in a hectic world. Spiritually, petrified wood helps you tap into ancestral knowledge and past life experiences. For the physical body, this crystal is believed to aid in skeleton health and relieve back pain, supporting overall well-being. Embrace the ancient power of petrified wood and shop today at sacredouthealers.com. Now, if you feel that it is not because you're not grounded, you say, okay, Valerie, I have grounded myself, but I still feel like there's something missing. Of course, you would choose the crown chakra stone, which is clear quartz. So this is a clear quartz dorji. This is called a dorji or a vajra. It is like a spiritual superhero in Buddhism, representing strength, resilience, and alignment. Imagine it as having two main parts: the body, which is like a sturdy handle symbolizing our inner strength, and the points, which are like guiding beacons embodying compassion, wisdom, power, and fearlessness. Together, they form a powerful tool for your spiritual journey, helping you overcome obstacles, achieve clarity of mind, and connect with higher consciousness. It is a personal ticket to inner peace and transformation. Something else that you can do to balance out your crown chakra is, once again, connect yourself with all living things. A lot of the problems that come from the crown chakra, it is because the lack of connection in the physical realm. This realm right here, the world that we live in right now, where you wake up every single day. So I encourage you, walk outside, go to the park. If you're driving, if you don't have time to, okay Valerie, I don't have the time to go to the park, I don't have the time to go outside, when you drive home, put the window down. This is another simple way that you can balance out your crown chakra. Just drive to the blocks a little bit more, just suck in all that air, that energy that will ground you, that will relax you. And the last thing that you can do to balance out your crown chakra is that learn how to understand everything without judgment, without questioning why things are this way. Just know for what it is. We have this need of always having an answer for everything, when in reality we don't need it. It is not your job to know everything. It is not your job to learn every single thing. It is not your job to have every single answer. Learn how to live within the void of the spiritual realm, the void of the physical realm, the void that does not need to give you every single answer, the void that lets you know that even though you do not have an explanation, you know that it's real, and you know that everything is connected. Well, that is all for today, and of course I have a question for you as always. Have you ever had a connection with something greater than yourself, something that you cannot explain? And if so, how has that influenced your life?